terms of resilience activities, right now what we're actually doing is we are working on things that the international bodies like ICLEI, UN Habitat have come and worked with us to make us realize and be prepared for the unfortunate. Okay, we didn't really wake up to disaster or climate change until we actually experienced them. And then we had international donors coming in to help us assess the situation and be able to work on what you may call resilience. But for us, it's about being prepared for the next unfortunate. And that's what we're doing at the moment. We have been assisted by the UN Habitat, the ICLEI project, ICLEI movement. They came to do disaster risk reduction workshops. The UN Habitat came to assess and evaluate what could be done for us to be ready for anything. That's what actually is happening at the moment. My being here is a plus, because I'll be able to see how things are done, how these tools are being used in already developed cities who are also experiencing the same things. What must also be noted is that whilst we are a small island, and I come from the only city in Solomon Islands, the challenges that we are going through are really the same challenges that are happening in the bigger metropolitan countries. And the only issue I'm having is that we are the biggest victim in the climate change effects. I think realizing and knowing what to do calls for three things for me. One, there must be a strong leadership in Solomon Islands or in the Honiara City in terms of taking the driving, the things that we realize we now must be prepared. We must have strong leadership in ensuring that there's a drive for it. On top of that, we also need finance. Finance must complement the strong leadership so that the things that are realized, so that we get prepared, can be implemented. And therefore finance is a very important part of it. And also there is finance, there must be a capacity for these implementations to happen, although funding are there. But if there's no capacity to support the strong leadership, then we are bound to not to go into disaster, but we'll be very slow in terms of coming to adapt into the situation. Now that I'm seeing it from my perspective, from a small island state, I think there's now a timely for the small island states to try and get together and see amongst what are the common characteristics or things that we can be able to share and be able to come and sit with the bigger cities and say, this is how we see it from where we're coming from. And maybe the tools that are being used in the bigger cities may not be too relevant to my city or to the cities of the small island states. So I think there should be a move now to get the small island states together as a group rather than a big one, so that when we come to congresses like this, we're able to relate and share with the bigger cities about what's happening.